Hi everyone, welcome to the video. In this video, I just want to break down essentially how well the numbers behind you making 3 grand a month in profit doing wholesale. Okay. And when you actually look at it from, well, a holistic standpoint or viewpoint, sorry, you realize just how achievable it is. Okay. So now, by no means is this easy. I say this in all my videos. It is not easy. However, it is realistic. Okay. It's not out of the ordinary to achieve 3 grand a month doing wholesale from home. Okay. And with the right information, it's very, very, very doable. Let's just say that. Okay. So now, 3 grand a month is 100 quid in profit a day. Now, when you break that down, that is 10 products selling 3 times a day each at £3.33 profit per unit. Do you realize how easy that is? Well, sorry, not easy, but doable that is. Okay. It's literally just 10 products selling 3 times a day at £3.33 profit per unit. It sounds silly to say, but that could literally make you 3 grand a month in profit. Okay. Now, let's actually look at what this means. Okay. Now, what do I mean by that? So obviously, in order for us to source these 10 products that are selling 3 times a day each at £3.33 profit per unit, we are going to need to obviously outreach to suppliers, brands, wholesalers, distributors, right? So let's say if you reach out to 50 suppliers a week, which is what I recommend, okay, that's you reaching out to 2,600 suppliers a year. Let's say each of those suppliers, I don't know, on average had 1,000 SKUs, okay? So you are telling me you are unable to find, oh, sorry, are you telling me that you won't be able to find 10 products, each of which sell 3 times a day, making £3.33 profit per unit? Okay, it's very doable. It's so achievable if you know what you're doing. Okay, if you know how to find these suppliers, open accounts with these suppliers, negotiate with these suppliers, develop relationships with these suppliers. Okay, it's so doable, right? And you've got to understand, like 10 products, that could literally be that should really say 10 ASINs because those 10 products could really be 5 products. However, there's multiple ASINs for specific products. Okay. Does that make sense? Now, what is stopping you from doing that? What's stopping you from reaching out to 50 suppliers a week? Because it's doable, and the people I work with do it and have all the information to do it. And there are much more than 50 suppliers a week which you can be reaching out to. Okay. Is it acquiring these suppliers? Is it finding, sourcing these suppliers? Well, again, they are out there. I can tell you that for free. They are out there. Okay. What I'd recommend is develop strategies and methods to find suppliers that other people won't find. That's what I do. Okay. That's how essentially the people I help are able to literally find endless amounts of suppliers. If you want help, by the way, link in the description to see if you'd be a good fit for the program, my wholesale program. But back onto this, I just want you to literally visually see how achievable it is. Okay. Now, really speaking, you should be able to do this if you put the work in, if you put the hours in, reaching out to suppliers, finding suppliers other people won't find, reaching out to brands, trying to offer them value, explaining to them that you want to work with them. You should be able to do this. But I know 99% of people watching this video are going to think, okay, that's so achievable. That looks really achievable. Like, I can do that. The video's going to end. They're going to pick up their phone and go on TikTok. If you just contact 50 suppliers a day, I promise you, you will be able to find, sorry, 50 suppliers a week. I promise you, you will be able to find 10 products that sell 3 times a day, making £3.33 profit per unit each time they sell. More than doable. Okay. Now, I want you to think about what's stopping you. Is it the fact that you don't have the right information there to go out and find these suppliers and outreach to these suppliers and open accounts with these suppliers and negotiate with these suppliers and offer value to these suppliers? Is that what's stopping you? Because all that I can give to you, link in the description. Or is it just the fact that you're lazy and you're not going to outreach to 50 suppliers a week? But what you've got to understand with wholesale right? Is those 10 products selling three times that £3.33 profit won't be consistent. That may go up to 15 products. Then it might drop down below 10 products. That's how wholesale is. Our portfolio essentially grows and shrinks a bit, grows and shrinks a bit, grows and shrinks a bit. However, however, we always want to be adding to our portfolio, right? The number of aces in our portfolio, because obviously we're going to be constantly replenishing stock. Some aces may fall off, and that's when other aces will come into fruition. Okay, so that's something we have to understand. It's very doable. If you put the work in, have access to the right information, accumulate the right information, have the right knowledge, okay? It's so, like, for example, there are suppliers out there with price lists with 5, 10, 20,000 products on. That products are out there, sat out there, ready to be negotiated. Okay, they're sat there, ready to be bought. And you're telling me you can't find 10 products, making £3.33 profit per unit, selling 10 times a day. Very, very, very achievable. Okay. Now, by no means is it easy. Obviously, you're going to need to put the work in. You're going to need to have access or have the right information. You need to have to know how to find these companies, negotiate with these companies, open accounts with these companies, objection handle, right? I just want everyone to look at here with the right information, with the right approach, just how achievable 3 grand a month in profit is. It's not outlandish. Work ethic and right information knowledge, it's stupidly achievable. Okay. I thought this video would be very important for me to make because I know people, or some people, I find they think it's unreasonable to be making this sort of money. Well, not even, that's not even, sorry. Some people think it's out of their reach to be making, for example, 3 grand a month in profit doing wholesale. However, when you actually break it down, okay, to this level, you understand, hang on a second, it's very achievable. And that change in mindset could be the difference between you making £1,000 a month doing wholesale and £3,000 a month doing wholesale. Okay. And now trust me, this mindset shift, once you start to look at your profit goals, your profit targets like this, you realize just how achievable it is. And it motivates you to work harder as well for some people. Okay, so I hope this video helped those of you who thought 3 grand and you can do this with, let's say, your 5 grand a month target, 10 grand a month target, you can do the same thing. Okay, because really speaking, all 6 grand a month is from this is finding 20 products that sell 3 times a day at £3.33 profit per unit. Really speaking, because you're literally just doubling. And that will happen over time as you reach out to more suppliers, develop more relationships, have better relationships with your suppliers, right? So it's so doable, right? Just put the work in, okay? And obviously have the right information or ensure that you're acting in a way which is efficient. For example, contacting 50 suppliers a week, which are easily accessible, you're gonna get nowhere. You need to know how to contact the right sorts of companies, right? So hopefully for those of you that have watched this video, you found it useful and you've got an understanding of just how achievable it is if you put the work in and how out of reach it is. Okay. That's the beauty of doing wholesale. You can literally break these goals down like so. Okay. Now, hope you know the video. If you've got any video suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I'll make them. No problem. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe if you are new. And again, if you want any help with hitting any goals like this, link in the description to see if you'd be a good fit for my program. But yeah, I'll catch you all in the next video.